Stoicism is an ancient philosophy born in Greece and Rome. Stoicism philosophy of life is the most practical philosophy ever made. Entrepreneur Tim Ferriss says that it's a personal operating system for the mind. Stoicism is a fantastic operating system for thriving in high-stress environments. I think that's the main reason that people like Marcus Aurelius, who was the Roman emperor, adopted Stoicism. It can practically help you to solve your problems. So in Stoicism there are 3 different disciplines. First of all is perception, or how you see things. Second of all, it's action, how you actually take action, the things that you see. The third discipline is will, or how do you bear, how you cope with the difficult things in life. So Stoicism was founded in Athens by someone called Zeno. He was a merchant. In his life he went through this horrible shipwreck. All of his belongings were taken away from him in his shipwreck, but through that process he found Stoicism philosophy of life. And after him, there are 3 main famous Stoics, or 3 main famous Stoic philosophers. They truly encapsulate the diversity of this philosophy and how applicable it can be to everyone that wants to benefit from it. So Marcus Aurelius, who was at the time was the world's most powerful man. He was the emperor of Rome. No man in the whole world was as powerful as him. But the other end there was also Epictetus. He was a slave who had an owner that would beat him a slave. Then there was Seneca, who was a playwright. He was the most famous playwright in Rome and was also a political advisor. He was also one of the wealthiest men in the whole of Rome. So you can see the diversity the Stoicism has, from absolute wealth and power and riches to the complete opposite side of the spectrum, to a slave who has nothing. It shows you that Stoicism isn't like most philosophies. Let's get on to 3 Stoic exercises that you can start applying today. So the very first Stoic exercise is to train your perceptions to avoid good and bad. Here's a quotation from Marcus Aurelius. Choose not to be affected and you are not going to feel affected. He said that in life different type of events happen, and then you have perceptions of these events. You have opinions of these events. These perceptions of the events are what make you feel a certain way. So what actually Stoicism philosophy of life says? When a negative event happens to you, try and reframe the negative events. Turn the obstacle around and look for the positive side of the obstacle. That will cause you to feel a better way. The second Stoic exercise that you can apply today to get better results in your life is called a view from above. This exercise encourages you to view yourself from a third-person view. Remove yourself from your emotions by pretending that you're looking at yourself from outside of yourself. So what Stoicism philosophy of life says: when you're worrying, when you're stressed, when you're anxious about a problem, zoom out and view the world from above. Recognize that first of all your problems are tiny in comparison to the grand scheme of life. Second of all, recognize that how many other people in the world have a similar or even worse problem than you, and how many people overcame that problem. The third Stoic exercise is called Memento Mori. What this means is, you should remember your death. Because as soon as you recognize that life is short, that it could end at any moment, you recognize the importance of every single second of your life. We spend a whole life avoiding death, but it's just around the corner. It could take us at any moment. So use that not to get depressed, but as encouragement to live every single second of your life to the best of your potential. Stoicism is the philosophy for you, and it's the philosophy for me, because it acts as an inner compass that will help us make decisions through day by day. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe. Join perspective. Your imperfections are welcomed here,